Welcome back to Lariat TV News. Thank you for joining us. This week we show you how students react to on-campus car break-ins. I'm Lauren Holcomb.
And I'm O'Connor Daniel. Before we bring you that story, students speak out after a second protest in Waco against President Donald Trump.
Peaceful protests to the Trump administration made their way to Waco for the second time this month. I met with both sides to hear what's going on. Just a few days ago, the McLennan County Democratic Party was right out here on the corner of Valley Mills and Waco Drive protesting the Trump administration. And now they've been in office for about a month, and Waco has been using their voice to show their opposition.
We're here to oppose what President Trump is doing, give everybody an opportunity to express their mind. And hopefully this rally is twice the size of the one we did 2 weeks ago. We hope the next one will be twice that size. Eventually this will turn into votes and will turn into change.
Protesters' concerns spanned from Elon Musk's heading of the Department of Government Efficiency to President Donald Trump's crackdown on immigration.
We believe that the immigration system should be reformed rather than trying to haul people away from our country that are probably needed here in most cases.
McLennan County reported Trump fans received 64.82% of votes, with Harris Waltz getting 33.97%. Although the county turned an uneven split, there are areas where the two can find a common ground.
You have an issue, you want to get people's attention, you think that maybe protesting on the corner you're going to catch some independent voters' attention, but with your sign, and maybe pull them to your party. If you want to do that, I have no problem with it. I would encourage the Republican Party to do the same if they have an issue they want to.
Fernandez said getting advice for financial decisions from consultants like Musk who bring positive economic results should not be frowned upon, and he thinks this more so is happening because of the conservative stereotype. He argued it's the negative connotation that can come with being a Trump supporter that deters people from the economic ideas rather than the actual ideas themselves.
It's derangement, really. I mean, there's a term that Trump coined himself. It's TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, and that's basically you hear Trump and you can't think anything positive, even if it's a positive thing. Like, he could make the gas prices go down, and people would be like, well, he didn't do it. They try to find a way to make it like that he did something wrong.
Both sides say they're eager to engage in conversation about these ideas and find some sense of unity amongst the divide. This is the second Waco Resist rally in the past month, and the McLennan County Democratic Party is hopeful to organize more in the future. For Lariat TV News, I'm Lauren Holcomb.
Multiple vehicle break-ins on Baylor's campus this week have students and staff questioning if on-campus parking is safe. There have been 3 separate break-ins at the Dutton Avenue parking garage along University Parks Drive. There were also 2 other break-ins, one at the Farrell Center and one off campus. The Baylor Police Department said they are conducting investigations to find out who might be responsible for these break-ins, but have not released any updates as of today. Some students who park at Dutton say they are nervous about leaving their cars unattended for long periods of time.
It just makes me feel anxious, like I'm just worried about my car while I'm at class for a few hours, and I mean, you can't check, so.
The weather has hit bone-chilling temperatures that have left students reaching for extra layers. LTVN's Gracie Savage asked students how they're staying warm when winter's chill bites back.
Right now I am outside where it is 24 degrees, but it feels like 3. This is not what I or many other Baylor students thought a Texas winter would feel like. So let's take a look at how some students are surviving these freezing temperatures.
It is freezing.
On Tuesday night, Baylor University sent out a cold weather advisory alert, warning students of the freezing temperatures that were to come. It said these conditions would last until Friday morning, bringing temperatures as low as 20 degrees and wind chills as cold as -10. This weather caused students to pull out those heavy winter coats, scarves, and hats deep from their attics.
Usually I pack like a light coat for the spring. I'm not usually prepared for the winter snow or any of the freeze like this. But this year I did not have a coat with me that I usually brought because I wasn't expecting this.
The cold weather advisory alert suggested that students only go outside when they have to avoid things like hypothermia and frostbite. But despite these freezing conditions, classes are still in session.
Typically, I do walk just because it's really not that far to the B school from where I live, but because it's been so cold, I've been driving and parking on campus and just kind of hoping for the best.
Many students are being advised by their landlords to turn their heaters up to 70 degrees and drip their faucets to avoid pipes freezing over. For Lariat TV News, I'm Gracie Savage.
Pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in the U.S., and Baylor University is getting in on the action. What started with a few painted lines on the tennis court has now turned into something bigger. Baylor is building 12 new courts called the Paul and Jill Underwood Pickleball Courts. These will replace some of the old tennis courts and give students more space to play pickleball. With this new space, Baylor is making sure there's room for everyone to join the pickleball fun and be part of the growing excitement.
It's that time of year again where Cinemark hosts Oscars Movie Week. To get ready for the Oscars on Sunday, March 2nd, Cinemark Movie Theater is offering a $40 pass to watch any Oscar-nominated film. Cinemark Reward members get discounts on things like drinks and popcorn.
There's so many movies that are up for Oscars, and I am so excited. I'm just gonna live at the movie theater next week and just watch every single movie.
Passes are only sold online at Cinemark.com. Coming up, Sing is back and acts are hitting the stage this weekend.
And hear about one Baylor professor's tasty side hustle next.
I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. This is how I wanna live. Forever we'll be singing like, oh, I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. I'll never get used to this. This is how I wanna live. This is how I wanna. Forever we'll be singing like, oh, I'll never get used to this.
Sing season is back, and LTVN's Caitlin Sides shows how organizations are staying positive going into the first weekend.
Sing is one of Baylor's biggest traditions, creating excitement around the event all year. However, it can be an extremely tiring event considering the months of preparation that go into it. This year, 18 acts are taking the stage, and Sing cheers are expressing why this event means so much to them.
So it's kind of fun to, just embrace it and know that it's coming, but really then just rally around our guys and support each other.
Kappa Omega Tau, the most recent Sing winner, shared how they continue to motivate their members, not necessarily through the idea of winning.
Best thing about it is really just being able to go in there with your friends every day and dance and sing together, goofing around and just having a ball, and then being able to focus in when you need to focus, and everyone buys in when they need to buy in, and that's what makes it so much fun.
We know what first place choreography looked like, and that's what we pushed ourselves to do, is just make it that much better. And so someone would say come up with a move and be like, okay, that obviously looks great, but we think it can be better.
Tau Kappa Epsilon expressed similar ideas even though they restarted their journey with Sing after not participating for 50 years. They said the journey can be hard to start, but is worth it in the end.
When we finally pull things together, I think it's really rewarding, and we can end up coming out of practice, after starting pretty chaotically, it can, produce something really good, and the guys can pick up the dances quickly, and they can really come together and form this unique and energetic act.
There's no point in not having as much fun as you can while you're out there. That's what really boosted us to be what we were.
As shows start this weekend, many acts are ready to hit the stage and hopefully advance to Pigskin in the fall. For Lariat TV News, I'm Caitlin Sides.
While performers take the stage, there's one group that has worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make it all happen. Irma Pena has the details.
It's Sing season, and we all know it. Some people are surprised to know the themes of each organization's acts, but there's a group of people that has known all along.
So by October, at least 3/4 of the act is already decided.
The Baylor Student Production Committee, or STUPRO, works hard during Sing weeks for people to enjoy the performance.
We just kind of facilitate the movement of the groups around. So we man the Roxy check-in, which is where they start before they come on stage, and we decide the lobby design, and we work on the playbill design. Most of this is split up into committees.
Adjacent to Sing, STUPRO offers a chance to work in other events around campus, just like Pigskin, Stompfest, and After Dark during Family Weekend.
You can join at any time of the year. It's an application on Connect. There's an interview, but it's super low key just to get to know you and see if you would vibe with the organization, because it is pretty high stakes. You have to be a good secret keeper.
They hold their Sing interest meetings around April, so if you love Sing and would like to help in the production team, you can keep an eye out on their social media to know the dates. For Lariat TV News, I'm Irma Peña.
Professor during the week and pitmaster on the weekends, Baylor's Stephen Green is cooking up soul food for the Baylor community.
Professor Green wasn't always a barbecue guru. His introduction to barbecue is unique to your average Texan.
But I didn't know anybody that would make it growing up, right? And so when I got out on my own and started learning how to cook for myself via YouTube, one day I had a craving for barbecue and I was like, I've never tried it. Let's just see how it goes.
Before becoming a grill master, he started out by cooking for friends and family.
Like, when you make barbecue, you make a lot of food. So I always invited friends over to help me eat all that food so I didn't have pounds and pounds of leftovers. And I always got good feedback from my friends about it, and it was like, oh, this is great. When are you going to open the restaurant? Kind of as a joke.
His friends always joked that they wanted him to open up a restaurant, but Green had other plans.
I don't have any interest in opening like a brick and mortar restaurant. I think the closest I would go is a food truck, just because the restaurant industry is notoriously not easy, to put it lightly, I think. So I really love the catering business model because if I have an event to cater for, I cook and it's all kind of over within 24 hours and it's kind of one straight shot of let me do it all in one go rather than always be open and always be on.
As a Texan, he loves all barbecue, but he put one meat a cut above.
You know, it's Texas and brisket is kind of king, and that's what everyone talks about, but I think a beef rib is really kind of the best bite in barbecue.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Jacob Stowers.
Circle Up gives students the opportunity to support Church Under the Bridge's mission to serve and care for the Waco community. Charlotte Weir, a junior intern, has been with Church Under the Bridge since freshman year. She says the organization has given her the ability to contribute to something bigger within her college town.
We might not realize how big of a bubble we are here at Baylor, but there is so much going on in Waco outside of just the radius of campus. Every Saturday to spend time with these kids, I honestly feel like I sometimes learn more from them than I learn that I'm teaching them.
For more information on volunteering, visit the Church Under the Bridge website.
Mission Waco, a Christian nonprofit located on 15th Street, has been serving the Waco community since 1978. The organization provides assistance to homeless and low-income individuals. They also lead various community service events throughout the year, including the Walk for the Homeless, which helps raise awareness and support for those in need. These events are built around Mission Waco's 3 goals: to empower, equip, and engage Christians to take action in their communities.
In sports, Baylor baseball stays perfect in Waco.
And men's basketball looks to bounce back in Colorado.
Let there be light. Let there be roommates and teammates and strangers who become family. Let there be marching and cheering. Let there be challenging courses and time to share. Scholarship and championships. Let there be groundbreaking and soul-searching. Let there be laughter. Let there be joy. Let there be light.
Hosting the ITA Indoor Championships over the weekend, Baylor men's tennis fell to TCU for the second time this season. Here's the story.
Number 8 seeded Baylor fell to number 1 TCU 4-1 in the first round of the ITA Indoor Championships Friday night at the Hawkins Indoor Tennis Center.
We were able to build as the match went on. I just think we got off to a little bit of a slow start, and then, of course, we got down, a break on all 3 courts in the third set, and that's not good enough. So it's too big of a mountain to climb against a team like this.
In doubles, the duo of sophomores Devin Badenhorst and Luke Koenig won 6-3. The Bears were unable to win the doubles point as the team of seniors Marko Miladinovic and Oscar Brostrom-Paulsen, alongside graduate Alexandru Sharita and junior Jean-Bor Veltz, fell to their TCU opponents.
We didn't do a great job in the doubles, and that kind of carried into the singles. We were a really slow start, on a few courts.
In singles, Miladinovic quickly won his match 6-1, 6-0 to give Baylor their first point of the night. The Horned Frogs regained the lead after TCU senior Louis Maxted defeated Veltz 6-2, 7-5. Losses from Koenig on court 4 and Brostrom-Paulsen on court 2 secured TCU's second win over Baylor this season.
If we continue to make the same mistakes, you're not going to get better. I think that as these matches wear on, we're having some similar issues. Whether it's court positioning, commitment to our game styles, at the business end of sets, and just an overall competitive fire when the chips are down. I think that's something we've got to learn from.
The Bears now compete in the consolation bracket on Saturday and Sunday. Baylor will next face number 7 Duke on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. For Lariat TV News, I'm Aiden Pham.
Baylor baseball knocked off UTSA on a frigid Tuesday afternoon 5-0 to improve to 4-0 on the season. A collective 12 strikeouts and 1 walk from 5 pitchers secured the shutout win for Baylor, the third time Baylor has opened a season 4-0 since 2013. Freshman pitcher Carson Baylor earned the win in his first career start, throwing 3 innings with 5 strikeouts, allowing just 1 hit. Redshirt senior outfielder Enzo Apodaca hit his first home run of the season in the bottom of the third, and redshirt sophomore second baseman Jack Little went 3 for 5 at the plate with 2 runs scored.
Bunchy came in through strikes. Caleb Jameson got his feet wet. Good to get RJ back out there and see him do well. And then Gabe was great. And, I was glad to get the shutout at the end. The guys have fought hard for it. I wanted them to get that shutout. It's a great thing for the staff.
After men's basketball's tough loss to number 19 Arizona, the Bears are looking for a win this weekend against Colorado. The Buffaloes are currently sitting at the bottom of the Big 12 standings, coming off a loss to number 8 Iowa State on Tuesday. Baylor has struggled on the road this season, winning only 2 out of its 9 games. Despite being favored, the Bears are determined to keep up the intensity for a full 40 minutes.
We just got to play hard. Every possession, we can't take no possessions off. That's what it is. When we think we can take a break, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really killed us.
Tip-off is 3 p.m. in Boulder. With Baylor's upcoming game in Colorado, let's take a look back at the Bears' loss to number 19 Arizona on Monday night.
In front of the packed Foster Pavilion, men's basketball failed to secure a win over number 19 Arizona in a 74-67 loss late Monday night.
We just got to play hard. Every possession, we can't take no possessions off. That's what it is. When we think we can take a break, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really killed us.
At halftime, the Bears trailed by 8, but after the first 5 minutes of the second half, they found themselves down by 14. Due to an impressive performance from freshman guard VJ Edgecombe, the Bears cut the lead to 3 with 20 seconds to go, before ultimately, Wildcats were able to escape with a win.
First of all, thanks God. Nobody get hurt. Like, this was a physical game tonight. I think there was just a little bit more grit. Not enough, though. Like, we came out more aggressive. We did little things different than we did in the first half, and that make we play defense better, but it was not enough.
This is Baylor's third game without junior forward Josh O'Donovan, and that time the lack of size showed. It's also the second straight game, Bears have shot 22% from it on the arc, and in those games, combined to go 10 for 44.
And again, that's what excites me with this group right now is if we can stay healthy with the 7, we'll find ways to put them in better positions to be successful, and we're not going to shoot 22% the rest of the year.
The team plays their next 2 on the road against Colorado and Cincinnati before returning home for Oklahoma State on March 1st. For Lariat TV News, I'm Braden Murray.
And with that, we're wrapping up sports this week. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Aiden. Well, that wraps up this week for Lariat TV News. Be sure to check out our socials for all things Baylor and Waco news.
We'll be back next Friday to round out all universities sing. We hope to see you there. Until then, have a great week, Baylor family, and as always, Sic 'em Bears.